Welcome back, guys. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Arizandy, and okay, I'm not even gonna lie, bitch, been feeling real depressed. Kind of disappointed in myself because I was doing so good, and this shit just came out of nowhere. I don't know if my period's about to come or if this is a genuine chemical imbalance. I'm gonna paint while doing a story time. I got one body done. I still have to do her nipples. Her nipples aren't supposed to be that color, and I don't know if you guys can see the outlining of the second body. So basically, I was going through a little breakup, and my best friend was like, you know what? You should go on a date. You never go on a date. And I really never went on dates. I hate dates. I hate meeting people for romantic purposes, or because most of the time guys just meet up with people for sexual purposes, and I'm not trying to stay to find out which one it is. And so Luis, I actually didn't match with him, but I had my Snapchat name on the bio. So he added me from there. And basically he just was like, do you want to smoke? And at that time, I was this huge ass pothead that was not gonna say no to free weed. So I was like, sure. And plus Jonathan and Kayla, plus my best friend and Kayla were like, yeah, go. But he wanted to pick me up from my house. And my best friend was like, no, give him my address and he'll pick you up from here. That way me and Kayla can literally like see what he looks like. And I don't know if they were being protective or just being chismosas. I don't know. But so I gave him my best friend's address. He picked me up from there. And we stopped at the gas station. He got me something to drink so I didn't get cotton mouth. I thought that was sweet. And then we started talking. Mind you, he just said that he's taking me to a smoke space, but he didn't tell me where, right? So then he takes me in the car into like deep into some woods. Like I'm talking about the road wouldn't be able to see us. Nobody would be able to see us. Nobody would be able to hear me if I screamed. Low key, it was kind of sus. I was still like, okay, we're gonna be chill. And we started talking, and we were both from California. We had a lot of things in common, actually, like a lot of things in common. And I lied because he was like, when's the last time you got out of a relationship? And I was like, oh, 2-3 years ago, although it had only been like a week. The only reason I didn't tell him the truth was because, one, what the fuck, I'm gonna sound like a hoe saying I got out of this relationship a week ago, and two, me and that guy, we never had a title. Like, we never ever said this is official. That's why I just call it my complicationship. And yeah, I just lied. I lied. I barely ever lied, but I lied. I lied like a motherfucker because I was like, I'm not about to explain to you this whole thing. We didn't have a title, but we just argued like we were in a relationship because we didn't even have like intercourse. So really, if you think about it, I just fell off with a close friend. Yeah, and so we're high. He gets me blitzed or whatever, which obviously I'm thankful for that. Because, well, actually, no, the fuck I'm not, because that shit gave me hell anxiety. No, it didn't. The weed was good. He gave me anxiety. So anyways, then he starts talking about how we both been single for the same amount of time, which I guess in a way he was correct. And he was like, he's like basically telling me that fate put us up together to meet and that this was destined by the gods or whatever. And you know, like, I understand we're on the first date and we're vibing. And oh, I forgot. So I don't really care about this, but he told me he was 5'8" and I'm 5'6", and he was shorter than me. So I was like, that's why I'm gonna lie to you and not tell you that I had been talking to someone. You lied about your height. You lied about appearance. And you could have just told me the truth. Even if he would have told me he was like 5'5", I still would have been like, okay. Like, I don't really care about height. I'm just trying to see how that personality goes. But you didn't have to lie. Like, that was unnecessary. I was gonna see that you were shorter than me anyways. So he starts telling me how basically his relationship goals is that he wants a wife that doesn't work, and he just wants to pay all the chores and basically just wants a housewife. That's it. No, like, first of all, this is just the first date. Second of all, I have to work. I'm a workaholic. I have to do something in order to keep me busy, because staying in the house all day, no, I'm not a housewife. And then he wanted kids. I don't ever want to have kids. I don't want kids. Like, that's just me. I never want kids. Like, if you want kids, then I'm sorry. It looks like this won't be long term, because you're never going to change my mind about that. Like, I just don't want kids. I'm sorry. And he was kind of getting upset that I was telling him all this. Mind you guys, this was all on the first date. Like, we're just having one simple smoke sesh. I was just supposed to know about your favorite color and like what you do for a living and stuff. Just regular stuff you talk about on the first date, not all these plans you have for our future. He basically told me that he had an eye on me for the longest time and that he really liked me and that we were meant to be together or whatever. So I just straight up told him, I was like, hey, I just want to let you know, in a couple months, I might be moving to California, so don't get your hopes up. And I even told him, I was like, I hate going on dates. I hate going on dates. I'm only doing this because my friends thought it would be a good idea for me to go out and to meet new people. I was like, but I told him, I was like, I think you're a really cool person, but I don't want you putting your hopes up too high, because I do know that there is a chance of me moving to California soon. You know, I wasn't keeping nothing. I don't hold shit back from people. Like, I'm not. Like, I put everything, my heart's on my sleeve. Like, I literally tell you what I'm thinking, unless I'm scared. He was like, do you not see that the universe is putting us together? And I was like, I start asking Lewis to take me back, because it starts getting weird. I hope you guys don't blame me. We head back home. As we go through the highway and I see the exit for my friend's house, we pass it. And instantly he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know where I'm going. And I'm like, oh no, it's okay, you can just take this next this next exit. He passes it again. So, you know, my anxiety starts shooting up. And, you know, I was just like, in my head, I'm thinking of so many ways. Like, I always have a pocket knife on me. I'm like, how can I, like, discreetly get the pocket knife out my back? I was thinking so many things. Like, I was just like, how can I do this? Like, how can I get back to my friends? And mind you, my phone had fucking died. So I was freaking out. And while I'm freaking out in my head, are you gonna let me go on a second date with you though? And I was just like, yeah. Obviously I said yeah, because what the fuck, I'm scared. Take me home. And he was like, no, but I'm for real. Like, are you gonna let me see you again? And I was like, yeah. Like, he was like, do you think I'm cool? Like, I was like, yeah, you're cool. Like, I thought you were funny. You know, but I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, oh my God, he's a sociopath. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, yeah, he's like, because I really, really like you. And he just kept repeating that. And I was like, okay, thank you. Like, take me home. Like, please take me the fuck home. I'm freaking out, y'all. Like, I ain't never been put in a situation like this. I thought I was about to end up on, like, a wanted poster. Like, I just remember praying, and I was like, Lord, please be with me. Cause I'm too big for that shit. People gonna look at my fucking kidnap poster and be like, I know this big bitch did not just get kidnapped. Cause I'm gonna be like, I don't even know how the fuck this shit happened. I was so scared. I was like, what the fuck? So eventually he does decide to take me home after I kept agreeing. Cause he asked me a couple times. He was like, swear you're gonna let me go on another date with you. And I was like, yeah, sure. I end up blocking him on Snapchat. He finds me on Instagram. And he's like, you promised me a second date. I know where your friend lives. Da-da-da. I was like, that's fine, but I'm going to take my own car. I was like, we're going on a double date with Kayla and her boyfriend, which is my best friend. I was like, and you're taking us somewhere public. So he chose Top Golf. We ended up going to Top Golf. He paid for everything. Every single one of us. He was trying so hard to vibe with my best friend. And the funny thing is they were both cancers, but my best friend was like, he's trying too hard. Like, you can tell, like, he's trying too hard for me to like him. Mind you, he is 5 years older than me. So I was 20, he was 25 at the time. And where the date started going downhill was, he was like, wow, I haven't smoked with a female in like 5 years. And I was like, you haven't smoked with a female since you were 20? And I was just like, do you not smoke with people? Why do people avoid you? And I was like, maybe he's a loner. Maybe he doesn't like doing shit like that. And so, yeah, we ended up going to Top Golf. Basically, at the end of the day, Jonathan, my best friend, and Kayla made sure that I got in the car because they already knew what was going on. Like, they already knew he was weird vibes. And he basically asked me if I want to have intercourse with him in the back of his car. I just left. I got in my car. I literally looked at him. At that time, I was done. Because since I had my best friend and my cousin there, I was like, there's no way he's going to hurt me in front of them. So I was just done. Like, I was so mind blown that he would even ask me that. Obviously, my best friend and my cousin were like kind of far, so they couldn't hear what he was saying to me. But I was just so mind blown that he even had the audacity to ask me that I was just like, no. And I got in my car and I drove off. Because he was like, do you want to do that and we can smoke? And I was like, no, this is only the second date, first of all. Second of all, you're weird as fuck. I blocked him after that. And he still would contact my best friend and would be like, we should hang out sometime, bro. We should hang out sometime. But my best friend already knew what he was trying to do. Yeah, if you guys have first date scenarios like mine, please comment and let me know that I wasn't the only one that had weird vibes during the first date. I know there are so many stories like mine. So please comment your version of your story. And I hope you guys have a great day or a good night or wherever you are. I just send you good vibes. But